Of the Celtic family quartet that rocked the 90s, now going solo, Andrea Corr.
Yeah.
OK, we're all here to do some cooking, some gadgets, and to take a look at next week's telly.
This is something for the weekend.
Such great memories. I was just saying I could sing every one of those songs, know all the words. They're just sort of like... Right, well, not right now, but no, they're kind of embedded in you. I think everybody's so familiar, so welcome to Something for the Weekend, Andrea Corr.
What's it feel like looking back at that? Because you were so huge, weren't you, back then?
Yeah, it's quite surreal, to be honest. I mean, it's quite a long time ago, some of them. Like, Runaway was our first ever video and single, so it was all really new, and I kind of see the naivety, which is nice.
Do you have good memories from those times, though?
Yeah, very good
memories.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got to meet everyone, didn't you, at the time? You were so huge in the world, you know, Nelson Mandela. I think we got a picture of you and Nelson Mandela, and you know, the Pope and Pavarotti, Bono. You know, you were just with everybody at the time, and now you don't. Does it feel weird that time existed for you?
Well, yeah, the longer ago it is, yeah, it's a bit more. It's a bit more. God, is that us? You know, it's quite surreal. But yeah, no, it was great. Like, it's
quite a natural sort of transition for you guys, though. You'd all been singing together. You had toured with your mum and dad, and so just singing with your family. I suppose just hitting the big time was just a bit of a natural progression. It's most probably now that you look back and realise how successful the Corrs were and what you achieved. When you're in it, it kind of like you get swept up in the moment a bit, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, our household was quite strange because, you know, because our parents were musicians, it was really immersed in music, and it was almost like an inevitability that we would, you know, get together and form a band. And to be honest, I think we were really kind of blindly confident about it. You know, and our dad would actually say nearly every year, you know, 1995, the Corrs will rule the world. That didn't work out. 1996, and he'd keep on going. So, yeah, it was quite. But it's quite mad, I think.
So when was how was the decision not to break up the Corrs, as it were? I mean, I know you've not broken up, but to stop writing and performing. How did that happen?
Well, kind of, it just was apparent. People had families, you know. It was time to, like, you know, cast an eye on personal lives, you know, and you know, Caroline was having her second baby, and she toured while pregnant on both children, you know, and both Sharon has children and Jim has a child as well. So it really kind of was. It felt like that's really, we should do that now. We should, you know, give it a break.
So will you be getting back together at some stage to tour and redo music?
We might do, yeah. I mean, I think, you know, we did share that passion, and we did, you know, I did think what we did together was great, and so maybe we will once we're all enthusiastic about it.
How are you finding being out there this time round on your own? Are you missing the family, or is it quite a new experience and an enjoyable one?
Well, you know, I do miss them, but, you know, this is my second solo record, so it was more daunting the first time, to be honest, yeah. So this time, I mean, I do, yeah. I could just stay quiet back then, and now there'd be silence if I did, so...
I've seen a couple of interviews with you in between your first solo and this one, which we'll talk about in a minute. You fell out of love with music a bit, is that right?
Yeah, well, I think just because, you know, from doing it all the time, I kind of, you know, I realised that, you know, I'd look at my friends and see them all wearing, you know, iPods and listening to music, and I just thought, my God, I'm not doing that. And when like, before we were ever in the band, I listened all the time. I'd even get a quick song in before I'd get to school in the morning. So it just kind of was an eye-opener in a way, going, I've kind of lost that innocent love of it, and I think that until I find that again, I won't do it. And so I took a break.
But you took a year out to learn French. Pourquoi?
Parce que...
Answer me in French. I won't know what you're saying.
I'll stop there. Yeah, no, you know what? I just wanted it to do... It wasn't a year out to learn French specifically. I just wanted to kind of live a normal life and be just a regular girl. And I also, I mean, I wanted to use my brain too.
But why French? Why did you think, I'm going to learn French?
Because I think it's a beautiful language, you know.
And do you use it now?
Yeah, if I go to France.
So do you have to keep on going to France to use your new language?
That's kind of it.
Going back to the music, do you
No, I want to talk about speaking French.
Talking about French.
Sorry.
When cooking, you'll see later. I'll start. Yeah.
We'll cook in French.
Yes,
Perfect.
Richard, I'm sure. Goes
The
for it.
music industry's changed so much since you were in the Corrs, and I'm sure even since your first solo album, things have come on, sort of there's so much competition out there now because of iTunes and the internet and everything. Is that slightly scary in? When you've had so much success, you want to keep that up, don't you? You want to keep going in the same vein.
Well, to be honest, I kind of am only really motivated by the music and, my love of that. I'm a singer and I write, so that's what I do. It's what I'm going to do. My impetus is not to remain top of the charts all the time, though it is nice when people love your music, but it's about making records that I'm really happy with and fulfilling myself and what I'm supposed to be doing.
All right, your new album, it's an album of covers. Have you chosen them because you enjoy listening to them or because you enjoy singing them?
Well, it's because, when I said earlier about listening to music all the time when I was younger and, making this record kind of reignited the passion that I had. And so really the concept behind it was, the way that music is unique in that it lets you revisit almost vividly what you were going through when you used to listen to a certain song. And when you put it back on again, you remember that, whatever, broken-hearted or falling in love. And so they've all been kind of pivotal moments in my life, either anecdotally and emotionally or just musically. But they've all had a big impact on me.
OK, we've got a clip of you singing The State of Independence. Here you go. That's the new single, and Lifelines, the album is out now. Are some songs nicer to sing than others? Louise and Andrea, are they nicer to sing?
Andrea, you go.
But you get to a song and think, I don't really like singing this one, it's a bit hard work, or I don't like the way it works.
I wouldn't put it on the album if that was the way. But, I think that, what I have found about doing this, I was always kind of used to singing the songs I've written or the family had written. And in a way, you kind of, from being in a successful band or whatever, you realise kind of when you're singing it, you're almost trying to prove to your record company that this is a hit. And it's quite, it's really quite strange. And so, whereas making this record was just luxurious in that, I didn't have any of that pressure
They're
myself.
all hits.
I just,
Did you consciously make sure it still sounded like you, not just vocally, but the actual sort of sound of the track, and that had something that was, in the style of what you've done in the past?
Not particularly. I think my voice is always going to sound like me.
Yeah.
But and so that's what will,
combine
it all or whatever. But I think that, always when it comes to songs, my focus singing-wise, and the producer, John Reynolds, I think he's of the same mind, it's very much about the story. So everything you do is about further emphasising the story and, whatever you're trying to say within it.
All right, well, listen, Andrew, you're gonna do a bit of cooking with me later, aren't you? You're going to be knocking up some pudding.
Yes.
Which is good. If you have any questions for her, or indeed Marcus Brigstocke, tweet at SFTW, email them via our website, bbc.co.uk/something for the weekend.
Right, are you good with dates, Andrea?
Like cooking dates?
No, dates. This is just what I've been told to say, OK?
She's married.
Am I good with dates?
No, not those dates.
Oh.
What kind of dates? Oh, remembering dates?
Yeah, remembering dates. That's what we're talking about. Because if you are, this could be good for you.
It'd be nice with a bit more time to rest this for at least 10 more minutes.
Yeah, always rest your meat, Richard.
So
always rest your meat. But we can't do that on telly.
No. So.
Smells nice,
Smells amazing.
Andrea, you do like your food, I know that.
I do. I feel like I was like lured over by the smell
See
of
that?
it.
Just that over it.
Andrea,
And
please, can you...
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. We've not finished
pieces of
yet.
garlic. You're not going to waste anything. You wanted the oil.
We're all going to be smelling good this afternoon.
Good morning, friends.
Andrea, please,
Okay.
try eating some.
Oh, I'm going to make such a mess.
Get stuck in.
Here we are.
Right, Andrea's going to be cooking pudding with you. Richard, what are you doing?
We're doing the baked chocolate pot.
Baked chocolate.
Oh, it's
There you go.
delicious.
Yummy.
Oh, that lamb is really good.
Sorry, okay.
A bit of that.
Right, if you fancy those, it'll be on our website, bbc.co.uk/something for the weekend, alongside all of the recipes Richard is cooking today. Too much cumin in that, though, in my opinion.
I particularly like the cumin. I thought that was the best part. Right, don't forget to email in or tweet any questions for Marcus Bridgestock or Andrea to bbc.co.uk/something for the weekend or tweet at SFTW.
OK, Dad's Army, MASH, It Ain't Half Hot Mum, classic military comedies. But there's a new squadron on the bowl. Back for a second series, this is Gary, Tank Commander. And on one side of me, standing in for Simon, Andrea Corr on the other side of me. Andrea, how is your cooking?
Well, I think I love cooking, but desserts I'm not so great at. I followed a recipe once trying to make a tart, and I didn't really understand blind bake. So I put it into blind bake and didn't look at it. I thought that's actually it.
So
that didn't work out.
So
no.
what sort of things do you cook?
Everything really. I do like nice roasts on Sundays, and I love fish and kind of more Mediterranean, kind of like nice olive oil and things
What's
like that.
better, your cooking or your French?
Oh God, I don't know.
OK. Well, what we're going to make a dessert here, aren't we?
We're doing
Richard?
a baked chocolate pot.
Right. Can I ask you one question about desserts before we go into it, though? When you're trying to open up a restaurant, when you're doing your menus, is the last thought the dessert?
No, it's not. Because when you're opening a restaurant, you're going to be reviewed.
Yeah.
Britain has probably 6 major papers, really, that's going to send in their top reviewer, totally uncorruptible, who's going to tell you, do a report in your restaurant. So therefore, everything you put on that menu has to be good and mean something.
Okay.
That's the first menu.
Right.
You have to get them out of the way. You cannot leave desserts, just forget about it.
But what do you care more about, the savoury dish or the dessert? Come on.
No, I like the savoury, but to finish a meal with a nice pud,
OK.
you know what I mean, is really, really a nice way to finish. By the way, baked chocolate pot, can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
Milk
Can't
and
go
cream,
wrong, Andrea.
I mean, milk and cream. Check out the website. Milk and cream in the pan.
OK.
Hot. Chocolate. You can start off whatever type of chocolate you want. You want not so heavy. You know what I mean? Not so rich. You know what I mean? Not so kind of dark and bitter. It's up to you.
Right.
You can always start there and go there.
OK.
Egg yolks, sugar, and some hazelnut liqueur. That's the custard mix we're making, really. So mascarpone to finish with some crushed hazelnuts and a little bit of more liqueur here on the side. Funny when you put an Irish guy in behind the stove, there's a bit of liqueur hanging around, isn't there?
A bit of liqueur just sneaked in.
Well,
Andrea, add in all the sugar into that, whisk it up as quickly as you can. Not all of the alcohol, just enough to give it a bit of a
You need a
flavour.
bit of that in it.
Oh yeah, thanks.
You need your wooden spoon there.
Not all of it, he said.
And you like to mix this chocolate?
Am I doing this?
Yeah, you are.
So
yeah.
how long have you put this in for?
Just bring it to the boil.
Just bring it to the
Equal
boil.
quantities of milk and cream.
OK.
Bring that to the boil.
Equal quantities, you say? Yeah.
I mean, what a sugar, egg yolk, tiny bit of alcohol, yeah?
Okay.
Just get this whisked in there. By the way, it's always good to use a wooden spoon. I'm sorry, I'm not really
again,
telling
here
you
we
for
go.
no reason. Because you can stir as well. Because by whisking it up, you get a lot of air bubbles into
Right,
it.
OK,
So you want a nice custard. You don't want
In
full of air bubbles in it.
In fairness, though, Richard, there was a whisk in my bowl. That's why I used it.
It was misleading.
Shall we just pull it down here?
Yeah.
And do I
Andrea, you
keep
can
going?
put that, yeah?
Or no?
Add the two of them together there.
Which
Okay.
one's going in which?
No, the chocolate and the milk into the...
OK.
And Andrea, you just...
Hot into cold.
Yeah. Nice and slowly.
Okay.
Mix the two
We're
together.
doing well here, Andrea.
I think it's just...
Smells good.
We'll open up our own pudding restaurant when our careers fail.
That's it.
That's great.
This is what it's come to.
Yeah.
That's it, Andrea. Beautiful.
Okay.
Thank you. I mean, that's a pretty simple mix.
That is a simple mix.
And
Richard,
then-
you're right.
You fill your pots.
OK. So you never do desserts then?
Well, I tried that. That wasn't very good.
Who used to cook at home for the Corrs when you were all there together as a big family?
We all cooked and sang at the same time. No. But our mother did. And,
Right.
Yeah. So kind of was that, really. But all of us like cooking, actually.
What on earth would you have done if you hadn't all made it in music? Was there any thought ever that you'd do anything else apart from music?
I suppose we would have gone to, you know, college and figured out something along the way. You know, I think I'd have done theatre. I think, actually, I think your life's kind of inevitable. There's certain things you'll just end up doing them, in a way.
Yeah. But you've been doing some acting, haven't you? You enjoyed doing the acting. Have you got any more stuff to do?
No, I just finished Jane Eyre and the Gate in Dublin in February, so it's the music at the moment. But, you know, I do love it. I really do.
OK. Where are we at, Richard?
So, the recipe makes 6 chocolate pots. We've only 4 in here. We put some hot water in there. It's called a bain-marie.
It's a what?
A bain-marie, which is basically a bath, a water bath. But the culinary term is a bain-marie. OK, could you open that oven and into the oven?
Andrew's translating for me.
150.
See? That whole year off learning French, it all came together just then.
I knew I was going to need it.
Just then. it was worth it. Woohoo! How did you learn? With headphones? Or did you have a teacher?
No, I had a teacher, yeah.
Did you? In France or in England?
No, here in London, but she was French. She is French.
She wasn't it?
She changed. No.
So,
150, and you can put them in the fridge. Right. I like eating them warm in autumn and winter time.
Are they nearly done?
Yeah, they are done. Yeah, they're in the oven, and here's one we made earlier.
Yeah.
They've been just taken out 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
They're really nice, just served warm in the winter, autumn, winter time. But in the summertime, you can just put them into the fridge.
Right.
And just have them cold, almost like a chocolate mousse pot.
Beautiful.
Which is just a wonderful way to eat them.
So what have you put in there? Just cream?
Yeah, this is mascarpone, just a tiny bit of mascarpone.
Okay.
And a little bit of the hazelnut liqueur in there as
Some more
well.
liqueur in.
Yeah.
Come on.
OK, and a little bit of hazelnut in there as well. OK, that's really it. And just, you don't need a lot,
good.
just a little bit on the side.
Yeah.
OK. Sprinkling in the hazelnut on the top. And then we have the raspberries to garnish on the side.
Do you want to come round, Andrea, and we can try this?
Should I go here?
I need you to describe it in French for us. Add the pressure on. Go on, please try.
OK.
Louise, come on.
Sorry.
There we go.
Can you see the silence while we dip in for the chocolate?
That's rich. That's good. All right.
Gorgeous.
Do you like that? Do you like that?
Oh, it's
OK. Coming up, in Wayne's absence, molecular mixologist Tristan Stevenson is going to conjure us up a rum cocktail that you may not have seen before. This on top of gadgets and Richard's final dish.
But first,
which
we're going
is, hold on, which is...
The oysters Vietnamese style.
And who's going to be trying them? Potentially.
It depends how much time we've got
Potentially. Oh, we'll make some
If
time
we're
for that.
rushing, I couldn't possibly.
It's a great introduction to an oyster dish.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, Richard, I'm up for it.
Whoa! Here we go.
I think.
Jamie's just spat his tea out.
He's like that. She's doing what?
She's going to do it.
Yeah, he's just worrying I won't feel very well all day and he'll have to look after the kids. OK, but first we're going to time travel one more time. If you can pluck the year that all this happened from your memory banks, you are a very clever deja viewer.
Season 92, 93.
93, there you go.
So,
it's always good to go double.
So you did OK there. Now, how long have we got before the end of the show? A few minutes. So, Louise?
Oh, look at that.
I'm going to have a taste of mine in a minute. Well, don't watch me. Just have fun.
Louise.
Not for your entertainment, Tim.
Louise, you're on television.
I know.
People are going to watch it.
I'm going to have an onion.
Yeah, the whole don't all watch me thing doesn't really work on TV.
Right, would you like one, Andrea?
I think I'm OK. It's the TV thing that's doing it, is getting me as
see,
well.
we
I had to do it
Someone's
once on
got to
TV.
eat
It
it.
didn't work out.
I don't like
doing it again.
coriander, so if I'm... Yes, it might be picky, Richard, but it's just something that happens. What's it like? What's it like?
Or the tart.
OK, I'm going to go.
That's amazing.
Louise, just bite once.
Yeah, OK.
No, not the shell. Don't, when he said bite once, not the shell.
Well, I did.
I've got to
That'll
say...
go so badly. You have to, like, Paulie.
It's a great
sure you don't want
introduction to an oyster.
Okay.
Come on.
Tremendous.
Come on, let's all do oysters on the show. This is great.
Can I have
The
another?
way they're kind of oozing.
Louise, are you not going to have a go at that?
Yeah, I'm having a go. God, it's like one of those
like a nice...
uncles, isn't it? It just keeps going on.
You've got 1 minute to
It's quite
taste
big,
this.
isn't it?
No, you need
got-
the oyster on your fork, yeah?
You've got 45 seconds, Louise, to eat this. No, that's a bit...
Oh, Jen, because I'm embarrassed now because people will be at home thinking, what a
No,
wash.
this is great television. Come on.
This really isn't.
Go for it. All in one.
Okay, don't watch me now. Get on with the show. Get on with the show.
Wow.
Stop. I feel like, come on, get me out of it.
What did you think? What did you think about it?
Tastes
Delicious,
lovely, actually.
It's lovely.
The sauce and the tomato tastes lovely. Is there tomato in it?
No.
All right, that's it. Being on the show next week. It's on next week.